Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here. Permit me to share with you some of my experiences as I've been on this walk. You know, I I'm kind of naive. You can fool me, you can trick me. I've been fooled and tricked by quite a few people in my lifetime. But one thing I could not be tricked and fooled about is God. You know, I've always heard about God. We all have. But very few of us have had the kind of uh, dramatic experiences where God actually had to reveal God's hand. I mean, and we would be able to tell about it. Well, that's happened to me several times, but when I became a minister because I love the God I know. I love the God I know. And I want everybody to know about that God. I had an experience when I came to Minnesota. There was a lady, she was in the ministry, and we spent a lot of time together. And there was a fire that some people that I guess some friends of some of the people that she knew had got smoke inhalation, and they were in the hospital, and they were out. And they told us about it, told her about it, and she said, she came to me about it and said, let's go and pray for them. And me, I'm glad. I went over with the attitude, if I'm going to pray, I'm not just going to pray to bring them back to consciousness. I'm coming to pray to get them up. I mean, that's my attitude when I'm going over there. And so we go to the hospital, and when we go to the room, there's a medical professional there, and we told them why we were there. And so they said, okay, well, do your thing. So we had stopped by the chapel on our way to the room, and we prayed up, got the fire going, got it burning. We were ready. So we went into the room, and after the other person left, we began to pray. And we prayed and we prayed and we prayed and we prayed. Oh, we spoke in tongue. We called forth, blah, 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 blah. And this one person, it wasn't two in the room, just one person in this room. And we called forth, and nothing happened. So we stopped and we said, let's go back to the chapel and talk to God about this. So we went back to the chapel, we got on fine. We prayed up, and we went back to the room. And this time we went to the room, another medical person was in there, And so we mentioned to that one what we were there to do, and they said, oh, well, okay, well, I don't think that's going to do too much good. They basically just being held so their organs can be removed. They're gone. Now I'm hearing, I've been there praying for the dead people. Now, I never asked God, not one time, to bring the dead back. I had no idea this person was gone. That taught me a lesson. You bet that taught me a lesson. So if the Spirit did won't lead me, then I just felt confident that it could happen. Now, another thing, I had a preacher to tell me once from one of the various organizations within the Protestant movement. And he said, called me to the side one day, he said, Brother Marcus, he said, you're a very good speaker, and people like to listen to you when you talk. But when you talk, you don't say what we say. So we're gonna have to sit you down or hold you back until you learn to say what we say. That was one of the sweetest things I'd ever heard. See, I understood that God didn't send me out here to imitate, to do what other folks were doing. In fact, if what they're doing, they need me. Just keep on doing what they're doing. It isn't doing anything as far as what God has shown me. What God shown me is that there was something missing, and what was that was missing is what He sent with me. Now it's not above everything, but it's just a part of what's missing. You know, when you cook a cake, and if you leave the flavor out, or the sugar out, or the butter out, I mean any one of those, then it's just not cake. So the work of God required this message that I'm bringing. So, and when he said I wasn't doing what they were saying, it made me feel real good. That was an affirmation that I was sticking to what God had given me to do. Now, one of the things that people used to say, and this is referring to the general public, the people would ask, during prayer time, they would ask God, if you pray for them on, and ask God to bless them on this and that. And usually it's the same things, and it's the same desires and requests of prayers are spreading all across the board. People are praying for the same thing. They're needing and wanting the same things. And they would ask you, pray to God would bless me with cash, a job, or my rent, or my notes. Just, the common things. And so I'm one of those guys who, I know God is real. So I'm not playing games. So when they say that, I go and I pray, I talk to God, and I tell God what they are, asking. And then I watch time pass, and the people will still be asking for the same prayers. Taylor, you okay? Taylor! Anyway, back to the subject. And so I'm just talking to God, and I go back and the people they're still asking for the same prayers. I go back and I ask God, and what I'm saying, you real. And these people are praying. I know they're sincere. So what's up? And the message that came to me, and ladies and gentlemen, if God has ever spoken to you, you know when God speaks to you. You know if you're with your eyes closed, and then you know the difference when you open your eyes. Well, that's the kind of stuff happen. The answers come to you just like that, just that clear, and you know they're the answers. They got substance. So I go back to the people and I report to them. I said, well, God says the things that you're praying for, the power for those things to be manifested is in the hands of we the people. You are the one that's praying. You got the power to cause these things to happen. That's part of development. These situations exist, and it calls on those with knowledge, those with whatever is required to bring it forth, to make it happen, to introduce. And that means people got to be involved in their lives. They got to be involved in each other's lives. They got to, and this is the message. And I'm thinking, whoa, it's not that hard. Then I began to see why and how the world is like it is. I began to see what they mean when they say separation between. And it's the game that's being played. You got man versus God. Man versus God. Keep God out there. Anybody you okay, Taylor? Anybody over here that's in the world who sees some crazy stuff going on and say, oh, you got some of that remembrance or some revelation from the other world, that the world of righteousness and love and God, and say something over here, they kill you. Why? Because they don't want you. You messing up their game. And God will allow us to die, be killed. Why? Because there's an escape. And at the same time, it's an information to all of the other people that what we were representing is so fantastic, it's so wonderful that it is worth giving up your life in a heartbeat. Because what we do every day is so far from what is right to get the hell out. When you're from a people that don't want anything, you can't do anymore, then hey. So that kind of got me. When I ran for president in '88, I was so excited. Now, politics is about money. I hear them talking about they will easily invest $20 or $30 million in any particular campaign for of their choice, to promote it, to get it going, to put it before the people so the people can see what that person has got to offer, you know. And so I'm thinking, I don't have to do that. I know what the people pray for. Not only do I know what the people pray for, I got the plan. I can share it with them. I mean, the only thing I can do is share the plan. I can't cause the manifestation of the plan. That requires you, the people. This is why I have no problem with it. See, I'm not coming before you telling you I and I alone can do it. I'm not even coming to you trying to say my particular belief in God would do it. I'm just telling you what I have seen happen. I've seen it. And I'm telling you, my friends, that you're protected. You are protected by one another. Each of you play a role in this process. And everything, all that is, belongs to each and every last one of you. It's not, this is mine, this is mine. The world belongs to you. Why? All of the stuff that exists, you, the people, own it. So anybody can say this is mine, because it is. But why would they say it if they don't need it? And somebody does. It's theirs. Who is theirs? Anybody that won't need it, want it, or desire it. And so the other stuff that goes crazy, I say, well, let me go out here and start telling the people the way you can raise the money. And I don't need any money. Let me just go out and start talking. I get some free publicity. I go to some radio stations, newspaper, just walk in and talk to them, see if I get somebody to write something. Send out, maybe do a write into the editor. Get them, just say some things, start stuff. And the people they're gonna be so excited, and the word gonna get around. I won't need no money. They're gonna just say our prayers are being answered. The time has come. We don't even have to be praying anymore. We can start saying thank you, whoever we were praying to. We start saying thank you because it's finna happen. That's my attitude. They said, I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you got to say. You're going to pay, especially if you're talking about politics. You're going to have to pay. I mean, you go out and try to do some stuff crazy, we can make some money, but not enough money. We still won't tell it. Anyway, so here I am. I can't believe this. And people asking me, pray for me. You need this, you need that. And I'm coming back. I told you the power's in your hand. I'm coming back now. Okay, I can show you how you can work together and achieve this. And you say, you like run. Like, oh, I was talking about what? I don't know what you were saying. So that's my kind of experience that I have had here with my ambition to see this world change. I'm convinced that even if the things that I do or say, it really have some impact, and the beautifulness that I advocate about will happen for you. I don't think I'll be around to engage in the enjoyment of it. I do get a measure of enjoyment for knowing that I'm setting these posts out here. I know I'm doing that, and I know one day it's going to be all right, and it's going to be right on time. Right now is not the time, it appears, but there will come a time. And so that alone gives me great joy. Even when I get through doing stuff like this, talking to you, it gives me great joy. And after that, then I start, when I see something that is an expression or remind me of the pain and suffering that we go through living this lie. What I mean by living this lie, man trying to tell you his plan is better than God, that's a lie. Man's plan is not better than God. I'm trying to tell you, democracy, communism, socialism, dictatorships, whoever the RKC is, none of those are better than God. They are man's deception. That's all they are. Man's deception. Now, man's deception might be fantastic for man, that individual alone. But for all of the people, it is not. And all of the people matter. And there's only one that can spread it like that. And that's the mother, the father, the mother, the father, the maker of all of us can love all of us and do it for all of us. However, have given us power to choose to receive it or to do our own thing. And we've been doing our own thing. Ain't that right, Trump? Doing our own thing. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me. That means you are hoping. I want you to know the power is in your hand. Don't come looking for it in another. You got to be willing to stand up. And if you stand up, I guarantee you when you turn around, you'll be shocked. Why? Because all of you will be standing up. See, it's not about are they going to stand up. It is, will you stand up? Take care of you. All right, I'm going to end it there, and I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Goodbye.